Hi, Big Cat. Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Big Cat, come on, come in. I've got intel. The planetary energies, darling dears, at the moment I am stuck sticked on what? Saturn's retrograde in Aquarius. It will be retrograde in Aquarius until the 22nd of October 2022, darling dears. Urging you to do more serious introspective work related to your future, darling dears. Your future. Putting your career and personal life under a reflective spotlight for the next 4 months. It's going to help you come up with what? Long-term goals and innovative solutions to your life's aspirations, darling dears. Pinkies up. Hey, that was a mouthful. And what's your aspirations to reach success? Whatever success means to you. Living in a kind of a North Node way, darling dears. The main lesson of this serious introspective transit of Saturn retrograding in Aquarius, darling dears, is to keep your head down and to put in the work. Be willing to expand your mind in new directions when the time is right. Retrograding in Aquarius, darling dears, the 11th house. The 11th house is about friends, darling dears. The 11th house as well, darling dears, is a relationship house. Okay, so it's about groups. Some of you are going to be leaving certain groups behind. Breaking certain friendships, realizing they're not aware and they're not woke. They're just wicked. Yes, wicked and left behind. Full on pet cemetery mode, darling dear. You've decided to what? Push off, mate, and find grass is greener. Why? Because you're Big Cat and you've got it like that with the bad ass alchemist ways, darling dears. Fist bump. Let's dive in. After we first call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, ways showers, spiritual guides. As above, so below. From Ketha to Malkuth. Namaste. So be it moat. Energies, Big Cat. Up. Let's dive in. We've got a thing or two to unpack because the topic today is those narcissistic gangstalking family members, darling dears. Yes, I thought we'd step off at a hot trot as we're doing what? Deep introspection over the next 4 weeks. Might as well start at the bottom and keep going till we're at the top, eh? Pinkies up. Right, let's dive in. The rune for you, darling dears. As you do the deep inner work, cutting away what no longer serves you, fine-tuning your skills, darling dears. Because we are what? Big Cat, and we serve quality, not quantity. Oh, this came out the back end, darling dears. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, we have Swallow, darling dears, the happiest card in tarot, the Sun card. This is represented by the letter S and the number 76, 77, 78, and 79. Inner child healing. It also speaks about achievements. So, and it's about possibly you taking a holiday or in a position where you can achieve and take holidays. Why? Because you've got it like that. They're seeing that your self-esteem is on the up and up and you've transformed. Not just physically, darling dear, from the inside out. I told you, we're going for a very introspective transit, darling dears. Please. It also speaks about a successful birth or pregnancy. Some of you are parents, darling dear. Some of them are jealous of how loyal you are to your progeny or how loyal your progeny is to you. Good God. Wanting to rain on your parade, darling dear. There's the Skullduggerous family members. Yeah, we've got to talk about them. All while you're minding your own business. This looks like whistling while you work, darling dear. It also speaks about you having raised the bar. This is what a blessing, darling dear. new friendships. This is also my marriage card. Some of you have gone into union and they can't stand you for that. They wanted you to be on the rocks of life with a bottom feeder, pulling all the shots or calling all the shots. Think not, Scotty. You are Khaleesi, your girl. You hold the whip. Come on. When are they going to catch up? These what? Slow, dull-eyed ones. Fist bump. Let's carry on moving on. Right. We're going to use the Goddesses and Gods and Guardians Oracle deck. Yeah. That's what we're using. I'm going to get your ancestral message and just push on with what's going on. Recon is afoot. Wow, Hatha. What did I say? Soul family, but it's about your family, darling dear. We have earth magic and scarred medicine, darling dear. Some of you are natural born healers. You were sent to be the light in a particularly dysfunctional paradigm, darling dears. This also speaks about what? The skullduggerous ones are seeing you what? Create a new foundation. The earth is about Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Is also about you what? Some of you have a new foundation, a new home. And look, as you continue to what? Love on yourself, sacral chakras. Your sacral chakra showing, darling dear. Don't cover it up. Ha ha! Let it what? Be loud and proud. This is your sexuality and your sensuality. Your creativities, darling dears. They're watching you tap into it. And can't you see the dull yellow at your back? The jelly bogely mouth breathers. Some of them are right, looking like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They're so trying to peep over your shoulder, darling dear, to see what you're doing. These are ones that don't wish no well for you. This also speaks about what? Scarred medicine. This is also the gangstalking that got to the point where they wanted to take your life. Or believe you isolated, that you wanted to take your own life, darling dears. It's a lot going on here, but this is about the dignity, noticing it, darling dear. And it's reminding me of what? Amethyst crystals. Some of you are working with the amethyst crystals. The yoni eggs are very good as well, darling dear. Absolutely very good, but I don't advise to get ones with holes in it, darling dear. All kinds of, I don't even want to talk about it. Get one that's a solid egg, mate. A new beginning for you, darling dear. I see two females and a male, darling dear. That is especially hating your guts. They hate your eyelashes, and these are what? Leaders of the bottom feeding squad. Yeah, looking pimped out, darling dear. Pimped out, run through. A blowout and a run through, darling dear. You've got three people in your family that don't wish well for you. Two feminine energies and a male. What's this? Mother Mary, emotional healing, which you've got. And the new beginning, which is yours, darling dears. This is why they hated at your back. Your shapely back, which you turned. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. A new beginning for you, darling dear. Why? Because I told you, we already saw the sun card. Your inner child healing, emotional healing, as Mother Mary said to you and me just now. Base of the deck, eternal love, darling dear. The pomegranate also speaks about abundance. This reminds me of either, I was about to say either Venus or Aphrodite. Aphrodite, darling dears. Purported to be the most loveliest of all the goddesses, darling dears. Apparently. But this is a new beginning. I need to read the message for Aphrodite, darling dear. Got the book. Of the three, this is the one that draws me the most. Aphrodite is on page 36. A 3 and a 6 goes to a 9. What's that? The Hermit, darling dears. You've isolated yourself from that situation, and you've done nothing but grow, darling dear. And they are jelly bogely of what you've co-created. Some of you are fashion designers. You've changed the way you look. Some of you have got your boobages done. You've put your what? You set your decollage where you want it to be, darling dear, and they don't like you for that. That inner healing is making you look beautiful from the inside out, sensual, mysterious. But it also is about what? You continuing to have compassion for yourself, darling dear. Compassion. But don't feel sorry for yourself. It was a situation that was set in place before you came. It was contracts, darling dear, that had to be completed. And you completed and left the arena. Page 36. The 3 is the energy of the Empress, Venus, and Earth energy. And the 6 is Gemini energy, the lovers together, it's Virgo, the Hermit. Your message. Eternal love, romance is flowing. Celebrate your beauty. Right, I'm not going to read everything. I'm going to let you screenshot it to read the body of the text at your leisure. I'm just going to read the highlights because I can be a chatty cat. A new relationship is trustworthy, so open your heart. I've been telling you guys, some of you are going into divine union. Someone who's going to see you as being on a pedestal, darling dear. You're so different from the others. You bring them what? Joy. Because why? You're getting this because you ended the cycle. It says amplify the romance in your life with simple gestures like buying flowers for yourself or a surprise for your loved one. Book a pampering treatment to reflect your inner beauty and self-worth. The invocation is, I cherish myself and create beautiful relationships. Renew your trust as love never truly leaves. Your heart has a different healing pattern from your mind. So if you're in a process of heartbreak, listen to what your heart is saying. Create a fresh template of love with a vibration that honors you. My spirit is breathing excitement and passion into your heart. A new cycle of love awaits. I don't know why I read that. I just turned over and I looked at it. She takes into her temple, attuning your energy to your rose quartz crystal, laying pink roses at your feet. Her high priestesses anoint your body with rose oil. Aphrodite says, Beloved, see yourself as I see you, as an everlasting expression of divine. Heal those old wounds of not beautiful or not lovable. Look into my mirror and see your true essence. Your relationships echo your relationship with yourself and the goddess. As you practice loving yourself, you'll see this rebirth of self-love reflected back to you by your partner, friends, family, and the entire world. What a beautiful statement. I've read the bits that caught my eye, darling dears. You're beautiful, gorgeous, fabulous, and lovely. And whatever you've done, darling dear, you've done it in spite of all of the negativity at your back, darling dear. And can you not see the red outline? It was red hot, off the press, darling dear. Tongue wrestling, all of this and that. All because you chose you and you found happiness and are being blessed for your diligent efforts as you're being reminded by the retrograde of Saturn in Aquarius to dig deeper because there is more to uncover so that what? The blessings can keep coming in, darling dear. This is all about living in a north node kind of a way. Right. Let's get right into it, shall we? Let's get a deck and see what's going on with these skullduggerous family members. The ones that have no pause or chill factor. Slow in coming with the loyalty, eh? They waited to see if he was brown bread. Yeah. So they could sing what? Amazing Grace. In a falsetto with no tears on their face. Yeah. They were slow coming to help. We've also got the 5 of Wands, darling dear. Gossip is afoot. They are competing in the background, and there's also what? Fighting going on. In-house fighting. In-house fighting in aisle 9. Yeah. They're fighting, darling dear, Queen of Wands. They're fighting because you look good. This is about you being inspired. This is about you what? Being a natural born leader. Being confident, darling dear. Being confident in yourself and your place on this Malkuth. This is about you plotting and strategizing a new beginning for yourself, which you are executing. Why? Because you have the emotional healing. You healed in a situation. This goes to 6 of Wands. They see you as victorious in some way. The Queen of Wands is also what? Seen as being nurturing as well as fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. This is about contracts, darling dear. As well as what? New social contacts. They see you possibly making new social contacts. Or you're giving that appearance. Why? Because you haven't farted on them, darling dear. Base of the deck. We see the Chariot. This is about progress, darling dear. Fast movement. And it also speaks about war. Somebody wants to speak to you about some foolishness. Let's give the deck a good shufty and see what's really going on. Skulldugger's family members. What a Queen of Wands. You've got a what? A gossiper. A chatty patty. Somebody who thinks more about themselves than they do of other people's feelings. This is somebody that can always be found at the fringes of a deep argument. We've also got the King of Swords. If this person is in a union, they're dealing with somebody who is keeping their emotions well and truly under wraps, mate. This also speaks about mastery. They're watching you master some kind of an art. It could be the art of the occult, darling dear, the unknown. It could be a spiritual practice. It could be what you embrace in your spirituality. Good, for God's sake, you're holding all the daffodils. I mean, why did I say daffodils? Something about daffodils is significant for you, darling dears. You're holding all the sunflowers. The sunflower means that you are resilient and durable. This is about mastery in their face. Some of you have acquired, you have a job in the military or a government position. You may even have multiple streams of income, 2 jobs. One is a spiritual practice, one is a day job, or whatever it is, you're winning. They see that you're winning. Because whatever conflict they caused you in the past, darling dear, because this is definitely gangstalking. It was to bring you down because your intelligence and your logic was far superior. Always was, darling dear. This is also present energy. It also speaks about a meeting, darling dear, a King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. This is like not even like opposites attracting, but this King of Swords is somebody who is stable, in a good position in life, a protector and provider. They're also honest to a fault. This is also reminding you that you need to take action on any spiritual downloads that you get at the moment, because as I said, Saturn is in retrograde in Aquarius. So this is, some of you need to rethink your game plan, darling dears, because you're about to what? Reach master status. Base of the deck. Stagnant energy. Whatever wickedness they're trying to send your way, darling dear, it's being returned to sender. This is the Knight of Wands on its face. This also speaks about somebody who you was emotionally entangled with. It could have been a marriage, it could have been a friendship. This is somebody who was always a salacious gossip, darling dear, never really brought nothing to the table. This is somebody who is spying on you big time. The hillbilly investigations have been launched, darling dears, all because you dared to what? Lean on your own understanding. Lean into the unknown, darling dear, and take action on all of your creative ideas, your goals, your wishes. You're going to be attracting a lot of attention, darling dear, with whatever role you play, because obviously you're a boss. A lot of negative energies. This is also a past lover, would love to come towards you, but you know the truth about them, darling dear. They can't approach your throne. These family members, as I said, gang stalking, but whatever they're saying, it doesn't bear when people see who they're talking about. Come on, blood. Listen, it's the it's the what? The ket calling the pot, the pot calling the kettle black, darling dear. But when they're calling you black, it's not working, darling dear. This is you looking classy, sexy, fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely, taking care of yourself. Some of you are seamstress, pattern designers, something to do with pattern design. But you bossed up in a way. As I said, you've reached mastery level. You were stagnant for a time. 2 of Wands. Because it was very hard for you to remove yourself from that situation. But once you moved away, happy days are here again, darling dear. Emotional healing. It's all about the gang stalkers. What's their money? Look, them are conjure pentakiale. It's all about the money that you're earning, darling dear. The fact that you're looking healthy. You've got new opportunities coming towards you, and they want to come through with a bullshit apology only because they're pressed, pumped, and perturbed on how you're showing up on this Malkuth. They're not coming with the truth. This is the cup of a page, darling dear. A page with who is what? Yes, they may be intuitive, but they use it for wickedness, darling dears. They're also going to be sending the younger one, a younger family member, to try and bring you back into the fold, darling dear. But remember how it felt being around them, isolated, alone, right? The hot topic, I should say. You've forgotten about them, but they haven't forgotten about you. This is current energy. It also speaks about a pregnancy. No. You even see in their children, darling dear, the narcissistic behavior, because the apple never falls far from the tree. Wow. This is about being anxious. There's a lot of depression. Depression because you are the Queen of Wands and you've mastered something. Possibly even mastered moving in silence. The King of Swords doesn't tell his business to no one but God. Notice why the sword is what? For spiritual downloads, darling dears. You're moving in silence. You're cut off from these people, but they're still watching you. Conflicted because you have a new beginning. They're trying to count your pentacles. They want to know if you own your own home. They want to know if you're working. They want to know if you've got a relationship with a more responsible partner, because whomsoever you was dealing with, this was the captain of the what? What's that? Was it Yamhead team? Yeah, Yamed. Yamed. Can't you see tree sloth with their panani of a tum in the air like a gang sign? They want to know if you bossed up to someone better than what you was with. But all are afraid to approach you. But they're going to send in the younger one to try and question you. And it also speaks about wanting your assistance. Somebody's going to come through for your help, darling dear, because they're really going for it. This is bills. This is a destabilized foundation. And it's also speaking about what? Some may even come through telling you that they've got health issues, darling dear, just to get your attention. But you better put your third eye and discernment on that bitch and Mitch. You are not an MD, and if you are not their doctor. No, you should not be asked to do the surgery or help them. It won't go good. It won't go well. And Big Cat can't go to prison. I've told you, so be very careful. Clarify this Queen of Wands. Yeah! You went through a heartbreaking situation, darling dear. A situation that they didn't believe that you'd be able to get out of. A situation that you possibly spoken for a long time. We've also got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a turnaround in your finances, coming out of depression, darling dear. Why? Because you healed your heart chakra. I told you. Emotional healing was granted unto thee. These are toxic people, and as I said, it's the multitude, darling dear. Two of Wands on its face. It also speaks about stagnancy and delays, and it also speaks about debt. Somebody's in financial debt. I don't know, but I nearly said spiritual. You know who these betrayers are. They've done it to you since you was a child, darling dear. You was always singled out. This is about you crying a lot on your own or spending a lot of time alone. Yeah. This also speaks about being a child and not having the, I don't know, there was so much conflict, confusion, abandonment, that's the word. This is about you as a child. You never even had a plan for whom you was going to be when you grew up. Because of the confusion around you. You was around dummy bats, darling. They're dummy bats. But look at you now. Look at you now. Told you the codependent and the jelly jelly would love to come through, because they are definitely watching what you've got going on. This is also a reminder not to be tempted by any word or message that you might have coming in from any family members from the past. Yeah. Because they're going through it, mate. Some of them could also be looking at a prison sentence. This person will come to bring delays into your life, right? Just when you are what? In tip-top manifestation mode, darling dear. We've also got the Temperance. You're being spiritually protected. This is a lot of dark energy that's been directed at you. Malicious words that you've been protected from, darling dear. From hearing exactly what they said. But Divine is wanting you to remember how they made you feel as a child. They haven't changed in their behavior, darling dear, and all eyes are on you. You're the Queen of Wands, and you're thinking clearly. Been blessed with foresight, hey? It's always the back end, darling dear. What about this Knight of Wands? This in and out gossiping energy that's stuck in their own mire. Oh, lurkio, loitering, right? Curious about what you've got going on, darling dear. These people feel stagnant in their life, darling dear, while you're embracing it like a young child. You may even have as many, there's 2 pages here, and you may have as many as 2 progeny. They feel unable to move. They don't know how you managed to turn your life around. You have the sun rune, darling dear, base of the deck, no longer juggling and struggling. And it also, when you see the 2 Pentacles in the upright, this is solo dolo, like the boys or girls on the pole. They ain't seen nothing yet. In the reverse, this is a union. It's a foot, darling dear. Mastering a skill. What did I say? Emotional healing. It's because you healed that inner child wound, the wound you got from a small child. This is about you getting king-size information. This is you being a keyboard gangster, finding out what you went through so that you would never be caught in that situation again. Queen of Wands, using your intuition. The Queen of Wands also has what? Higher knowledge. Birth Natal Chart. You could be doing astrology. You could have healing hands, darling dear. This is about being a healer, being spiritually guided. Some of you are being guided at this moment in time to spread the word. They don't like the fact that you may have a platform, a blog, or even be in the community, darling dears. Spreading the word of enlightenment and how to be what? Great. Speaking about how you went from this depression, not knowing what to do, to what? Putting on your big girl's pantaloons, darling dear, and heading out as Gandalf the White. Some of you are teaching survivors. Teaching survivors. 7 of Cups. You're about to be granted many options, darling dear, for your hard work and your efforts. World card. They don't want the situation to end. They want you to come back. Or they'd like to come back. I told you they're going to send a young person in to try and inveigle you to go back into the mud hut at 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the loser lane, in the district of the damned. Why? Because they see the opportunities that you have in your life, darling dear, and they see you as a big fat missed opportunity. They are disappointed. They are disappointment. Yeah, they're big fat disappointment, and they're disappointed. They feel disillusioned, stuck, right? Unable to tug at your emotional strings, darling dear. They no longer have your what? Psychological password. Because who God bless, no one can curse. And it also speaks about the boundaries that you've put up against them, darling dear. You've got big shaboinking ones, base of the deck. But they're still coming. They're still stalking you, darling dear. 9 of Wands. These people that aren't spiritually protected. Base of the deck. All they can do is think about you and cry over this new beginning that you have, my dear big cat. This gang stalking family members. Right, let's get another deck. See what else is going on. Because you're having a lovely time, getting great, right? Reanalyzing your life as only what Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius can have you doing. And it's, as I said, it's the house of friendship. Somebody's going to try and make a friend with you. Someone from the past, a family member that you no longer speak with, right? Why? Because you're an alpha female or alpha male. Switch the gender around to suit, darling dear. Listen, are you run things? Things don't run you, yeah? Fist bump. Love it. Because you're an alpha female or male. Yeah, Khaleesi or Carl, you have the whip. And what did I say? Spiritual prison, darling dear. Capricorn on its face. This is about what? Lack of a career, losing a career. The 10th house is also a father figure. You had children with somebody who was no one's true father, darling dear. They couldn't even what? Reparent themselves. The 10th house in the reverse. This is somebody who ruined your reputation, darling dear, by their behaviors. This is somebody who's going through karma. The 10th house in reverse is karma, darling dear. Straight up and unapologetic. It knows their address. This is somebody who is what? A beta male. A beta. What's a beta? Well, the B is for what? A back front neck tabber, darling dear. They get no S. The A is for abuser. They abuse the situation. I is for an imposter. Agent Smith affiliate. The doppelganger that will come through if you allow them. They're a taker. Yes, baby, that's what the T is for. They take whatever they can get. and what transmuted into wickedness. I told you, bound for the spiritual short boss. These simpletons, these what gang stalking relatives. The E is for the exploiter in them. They want to exploit whatever talent, skill, gift, whatever you've got going on. The R is because they're reckless. Instead of supporting you when you was in your darkest hour, they what help pile what stones on you, mate. They tried to bury you, and they're still trying to bury you because you're winning. Being blessed in their face raised your vibration, being spiritually protected. Karma knows their address. What did I say? They're still talking about them. They can't stop it, mate. They can't. Nothing to the back, darling dear. Just like the words that they're talking about on your name, the aspersion. They created what? A lot of heinous crimes in your life, big cat. And they're still chatting shiznai. They haven't learned nothing. This is why they're losing. People don't understand, right? Prey of the predator. Big cat, you are neither. You are missing. When this person approaches you, this family member, they think they're the dog's bollocks. Why do I say the dog's bollocks? That's the part the dog's always shining, isn't it? They feel as though they're an alpha female, but they've got a destabilized foundation. If they're in a relationship, it's spiritual prison blood. They're in a relationship with a merchant of slander, darling dear, where they don't know if they're the prey or the predator. Their life is on its face, and they're ecopraxic. I told you they come to bleed you dry because they're a copycat. They've got no substance. They've got a psychological disorder, possibly slipped through the net, darling dear. Haven't had the right Fenzik yet. They're a sociopath, a hater, and will kill, harm to take your place, darling dear. Backstabbers. Backstabbers. All because you are what? Big cat. And your chronicles continues after you realize the paradigm that you was born into, darling dear. A new beginning. Brave new day for you, darling dear. They have an ikibai or succubi spirit, right? So they come to drain your energies and give to another. Or take back to their leader. Who's that? The devil, blood. I told you they've jettisoned from the crevice of the devil's balls. They was possibly fighting in the crevice to see who could lick it the hardest, darling dears. This merchant of slander. What about it? Right? Soul tie. If you allow their energy back in, you will recreate a soul tie with them, and you won't realize. You won't even know whether you are predator or prey, even though you didn't want to play with them. This person is they're a bit apprehensive about speaking to you, darling dear, but they're still gonna come. Right? Look at this. This is how far your family members went. Blood magic and a graveyard watusi, getting grave and dirt off graves, and they don't even know who or what is in it. This is what they're doing. And it's giving them what? Life-threatening illness, situation, and behavior, darling dears. I told you some of them have an illness. They've slipped through the net. Narcs, darling dear. Gang stalking narcs. Tell me about the soul tie and this merchant of slander. What did I say? They're a hustler. And that situation with your family members or member ended for a reason, darling dear. A reason. Why you had to do the tinky winky and go off and get great. What about the ikibai and succubi, the stealing of energy? This is a father figure in the reverse. They've got children. They got children. And whoever they had children with, it's an ikibai or succubi spirit. Someone that will even deny their children. Lie. What's this? I lied to everyone about what really went on between you. They didn't even finish the sentence, darling dear, because that's a lie. Let me tell you something. They're lying about the situation, trying to turn it around, trying to make it seem like you as a predator. If you are have a spiritual practice, they're telling people that you're using blood magic, right? And everything they're doing to you, darling dear, is coming back in the form of what? Illness, right? Life-threatening situations and behaviors. I told you they're fighting in their home and crying into their fist, all while a miracle is being perpetrated in your life. Look, I can't make it up. Look. Generational curse removed, darling dear. What's not dead is not dashed away. This is what you understood when you was going through the DNS. Had to look over my shoulder, darling dears. A new beginning. This is spiritual healing, darling dear. And it also speaks about what? Fame, stepping into a platform. Some of you are worried that what? Your past family influence is going to block your blessings. No, darling dear. Not unless you allow it. Yeah, told you. They're sending in someone to try and manifest you back, blood. Why aren't you missing them? Why aren't you missing them? Because you got hairline, right? Because you got infinite possibilities. Because you'd rather count a 5-pound bag of rice, 1 grain at a time, in your head. Outrageous, darling dear. Nothing more from this deck. What about anything more about the Skulldugger's family members? We're going to go over white deck today. Yeah. Anything else? Tell us more, because we wants to know. Tell us more. What's this? Boomerang effect. What they wish for you. And for those that took the time to do the graveyard Watusi, darling dear, to do binding magic, to make you lose your what? Your faculties, darling dear. Soul tie has been broken. We saw the 10 of Pentacles on its face, right? They're doing it for the gram. They're not enjoying their life. Their star is on the fall, darling dear. This is a fallen star. They lie about everything that went between you, darling dears. They've had no form of healing. And look at this, she's naive. Red flag. Red flag. Listen, Big Cat, guess what? They get the yellow card for the effrontery of it and the red card because they've been caught. Oh, hell no. Take no family member back from the past. I didn't even see that. Look what's facing up. Superficial, darling dear. Fakeazoid. They just want you back in their fold so you can look at their crack for all eternity while they bend over and bust it wide, darling dear. They've got soul ties on them. They're in abusive relationships, darling dear. And they want to get their echopraxic on. They do. What else? What's this? Look! Straight back at you. Return to sender, says the Most High and your ancestral team. What they wanted for you. Nothing more from this deck. On that note, I'm going to end it right there. You have a new beginning, darling dear. Use the energy of the retrograde of Saturn in Aquarius, darling dear, to build new friendships, right? To fine tune, right, your working methods, your businesses, darling dear, because you've got multiple streams of income. Dema concha pentacale. Dema concha pentacale. And don't think for 1 minute they're not watching. They're watching you, blood. You're not paranoid, but they are paranoid. Full on, mate. Whatever they try to do to stop you with their slander, lying about what really happened, right? Trying to keep up appearances like Hyacinth Bucket. We know it's no bouquet, right? Because they smell like no rose I've ever seen on this Malkuth. It only comes from the crevice of the devil's balls. Red flag, darling dear. And never you forget, Big Cat. You will not get healing in a situation, place, or around a person that broke you. Know this, especially when they're superficial and they come with the soul ties. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. Please, Big Cat, hit the thumbs up button. Spread the word. Thank you for your continued support of me in this channel. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat. That backstabbing, superficial, right? Soul-tying family members. Good God. They've got no pause or no chill factor. It's a boomerang season, darling dear. And if you allow them back, you're telling the universe, give me some of them karma, please. I want their karma. Namaste. Cat.